Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tighnari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tighnari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tighnari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious... Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they...
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you're already... Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the... However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars.
Oh, Paimon had no idea.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday.
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tighnari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharva. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some...
Yeah, we'd like to do something.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's...
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant...
Hey, Tighnari? Where exactly are we going?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharva.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tighnari.
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Stabilize!
Violet grass is a plant that enjoys a moist environment and is best picked after it rains. If you should choose to pick any, be sure to store them appropriately.
Into the wind. Huh? Time to go. Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in... If you could manage to gather 4 of them, we'll rendezvous here once you've...
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tighnari. Hey, Tighnari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey, Tighnari!
Oh, Tighnari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tighnari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharva Ville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a Withering Zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact...
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get it.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away.
Wait, Tighnari, why don't you let...
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with... There's a unique... The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't care...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the...
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, we typically only teach visitors how to identify the Withering as they're about to leave Gandharva Ville. We'll make... Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area... Oh, Paimon...
That is the Withering. All right, Traveler. We're going to have to enter that Withering Zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call... Thank you. But I must warn you. Don't push your... Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering Zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering Zone.
Rise!
Wind Strider! The wind knows me. Time to go. Wind Strider!
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Clouds high. The birds call! Wind Strider!
Gather!
Now, destroy the tumors of the Withering.
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour, certain...
We did it! Everything's returning to normal.
Yes, thanks to you two.
Tighnari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of Withering Zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The Withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures... I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long... All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care...
One with nature. Into the wind. Clear weather all around brightens the heart. Time to go.
Oh, Tighnari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need... Huh. Wait, is that... Oh no, Haypasia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tighnari?
This Duskbird is Haypasia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh...
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh?
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Haypasia's cave to... She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat. And it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey...
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines. Needless to say, Haypasia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quick. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like...
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not... But wait, how'd you know that...
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my... Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Haypasia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of spirit...
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time... Please, wait here. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Haypasia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to... No. I should be the one thanking you.
Haypasia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
5 dusk birds.
Crumble!
Haypasia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Haypasia? Hey! Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Haypasia, are you alright? There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait, why does it look super...